Alright, so here we have our CO2 sensor. Our sensor's in here, it's duct taped shut in order to keep it safe. And this is it's what we call a hobo logger, not like a homeless person. The company is Hobo. What it does is that it measures pressure and temperature, because in order to get the correct amount of CO2 in of gaseous carbon dioxide in the pond, we need to correct with temperature and pressure, because gases are affected by temperature and pressure. So this enables us to get the correct gaseous carbon dioxide in the pond. So it's a pretty long wire in order for us to have this on dry land, because we do not want this to get wet at any cost. Even though it's already pretty waterproof, we still do not want it to get wet. It's a very expensive machine. So we have a long wire in order to compensate for that. So the wire pretty much runs along all here. We have a 12-volt battery right here that we hook up to it. I'll hook that up once it's in, because we don't want any wrong readings or anything. So this is our data storage. These cables pretty much interpret the CO2 readings from the sensor and send it to this. This lets us know that it's on, because it's one of these two right here that tell us if power is on. And it also works with more data collection as well. It runs from here. The sensor goes from here, it goes through here, and gets stored in the motherboard right here. So I'm gonna start setting up the sensor.
Why is measuring CO2 important?
Measuring CO2 is important because these ponds have in the Arctic, in the permafrost, there's the active layer during the summer, which we're hearing. And in the ponds, the active layer is actually much more, has a greater depth than that of like the dry land that I'm on right now. And so by having more depth, the water is able to access more CO2 and methane. And so it's important to measure CO2, because these ponds, it could actually be a great contributor as a way to flux carbon dioxide to the atmosphere. And if you actually look, there's some plants in there. They can actually siphon carbon dioxide directly from the ground to the atmosphere, as well as methane, which is 25 times more potent as a greenhouse gas than carbon dioxide. So it's super important that we measure that as well. So I'm gonna go set this in. And besides measuring CO2, it's also where climate change is definitely an important factor in today's society. So we just need to monitor how things are going, and we can offer solutions in order to either create a sustainable future or just help not increase the amount of flux that already is happening. Because from the charts that we've seen, flux is increasing at an alarming rate. So we just need to slow that as much as possible from the time being. So I'm actually going to move the sensor a bit closer, because I want some. I'm going to turn it this way. Don't want to stress the wire any bit, because it's pretty expensive to place this wire. So I'm going to move it a bit more. When you set up this sensor, that you don't put it wherever you step in, because when you step, you can actually see some bubbles coming out, and they're affecting the CO2 in that particular area. So you just want to kind of swing it, but swing it gently to the front. And we have this, it's a pull noodle actually, to help the sensor stay afloat rather than touch the bottom and get disturbed by the sediment that's at the bottom of the pond. So, oh, it's actually really shallow right there. So just gently swing it, and it's in. And so you get out of the pond, come back over here, and we always seal our batteries with electrical tape in order to avoid arcing anything that we carry in our backpacks, because we do not want an incident like an exploding battery happening ever while we're out here. So we just put the battery in, plug it correctly, as a caution, we always check if there's a green light flashing, and it's flashing, so it's a very tiny LED light right there, and it's flashing, so it's a very good sign. We just seal it up with these little locks. Then we'll get a stake. And we're also going to stake it that way in case any particular wind event happens or anything, the sensor isn't blown around, or if a polar bear comes around, it can't really take it away.